Hi, guys. Welcome back to Elevate Your Life and Business. My name is Marie, and welcome. On this channel, I share some tips and tricks that I've learned throughout life to try and make your life easier, as well as I'm documenting my entrepreneur journey. And today, the topic is how to talk to your friends and family, especially when you're on either an entrepreneur journey or when you're on a life changing course, like your self improvement course. So you're really trying to improve yourself. I thought this video was important because I recently passed through this stage. And I think it's a stage in all entrepreneurs and all people that are elevating their life. Because at some point, if you are watching videos like me, if you're watching like Iman and Tony Robbins and Jordan Peterson and Diary of a CEO and things of that nature, when you're pulling information from good sources and you're learning massive amount of information, especially if you're a problem solver. If you're a problem solver, like I don't know about you guys, but like I like solving problems. The problem is that I like helping other people. It's a problem for my friends and family. Hopefully it's not for you guys, because I mean it's one of the reasons why I do this channel, right? But when it comes to my friends and family, that all to be said, I had a learning curve. And I think all the entrepreneurs go through this at one point, like even Tony and Iman and Jordan all kind of said at one point, you're going to get to a point where you know so much information, where you're seeing so many changes in your life, in your personal life, in your mental awareness and acuity and intelligence, in your physical being. Like you just have gotten so many answers, and there's so many beautiful changes that are happening in your life that all you're going to want to do is share it. I figured this out. Like I have the knowledge. Like, oh my God, look at these amazing results. This is happening for me. My God, like this could happen for my friends and family. Like I have the answer. I have the answer. And then you go to share that with your friends, family, significant other, and they couldn't care less. They don't want to be helped. And it is not that they just don't want to be helped, but like either you can be talking at such a level where they don't even comprehend what you're talking about. Or honestly, like especially as you're building to some as you're building up, like as you're building to an entrepreneur or as you're building better health, like you're on the journey and you're seeing results, but it isn't until people outside of you see massive results where all the attention and focus goes. So if you're getting your health in order and all the, and like, you're building up to being a bodybuilder and, you have some muscle, but in 8 months you're ripped and could go do one of those Mr. Olympics shows, like only when you get to the end is when people start recognizing you for, okay, well, you know what you're talking about. Teach me. Come on, teach me. How did you do that? What did you do? I want to do that. Like, how did you do that? Or in my case, like I'm well aware, like if I had a Lamborghini and I had like, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of cameras and, a setup where I could go in and, have a nice background and everything, like I'm well aware my viewership, my subscriptions would go sky high. Why? Because I would have proven that I know what I'm doing. So that all to be said, people really don't start believing you till when you get to the end, because when the proof is in the pudding. So when you get to the end and when you have the lifestyle, when you have the looks, when you have accomplished the goal, that's when people will sit up and take notice. And I hate to say it, but like even though I haven't reached my goal of freedom and I'm not driving around in a Lambo right now or a sports car, um, that all to be said, like now, now is the time to do these videos. Now is the time to write things down, because this is where I'm figuring things out. This is where I'm building things up. And I have a lot of answers. And even like my friends, like, I love them, and my family, I love them dearly. And, everybody has problems and I have answers. I had to learn the hard way. And I'm hoping by doing this video that you don't have to go through that. And the fact that I'm sorry, not that you are going to lose friends, and you're going to lose friends along the way on this journey, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Okay. Like It's a really sad fact that you're going to outgrow people. There are going to be people that are jealous of you, that are going to be scared of losing you, that you're not going to be on their level anymore, that you might be competition. I mean, the list goes on and on and on reasons why you're going to lose people. That all to be said, I'm hoping that by doing this video, you won't lose as many, or you'll be smarter about making your choices and the people in your life when it comes down to it. And so there's this little tip slash trick that I've learned that really helps. So if a family member or a loved one or a wife or husband comes up to you and they have a problem and they just start going on about it, like, oh my God, honey, like you wouldn't believe about the day I've had, or oh my God, best friend, like this guy did this, da 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 da, whatever it is. At the beginning of the conversation, you need to ask a question. Okay, this saves you so much time, so much heartache. Like, it helps dramatically. So my gift to you: ask them, hey, like, I'm here for you, like I'm your wife, or hey, I'm here for you, I'm your best friend, like I want to help you. Question for you: do you want my help fixing this, or do you just want to talk it off and figure it out by talking it out? Sometimes, especially in women, guys, because I know a lot of male entrepreneurs are watching videos like this, so pay attention here. Literally talking things out. In order to talk, you have to formulate everything in your mind, and so it's a more intense process for it to go from your mind to your lips and out. Okay, rather than just thinking something. So sometimes, even with people in general, I mean, this is why therapy is recommended, because then you get to talk through your feelings and whatnot, talk through your thought processes, because they make them more concrete. And as you talk out loud, you can literally figure things out about, like, hey, I had this thought, but only when you talk about it can you cement it down that, like, yes, this is the right thing. So that to be said, hey, do you want me to problem solve this for you? Do you want me to fix it? Or, do you want to just talk it out and, and see what happens? Because there's two different modes there. There's the listening and being supportive, and then there's actively, like, hey, like, I know this, I know that, I watch this, like, I listen to Jordan Peterson, and X, Y, and Z, would work really well for the situation that you're going through. There's a very big difference there. And I'm going to warn you now, when you use this tip or trick, that 90% of the time, they do not want to actually be helped. And I really love Jordan Peterson. And as you guys know, he's one of my life changers. He had a profound and significant effect on my life. I'm so grateful to him. And he made a comment. I've watched so many of his videos, and I've read so many of his books. Like, I've learned a lot from him. One of the things I've learned that is appropriate for this video is that he made the comment that people really don't want to be guided. If you just let them talk, they will guide themselves to the answer that they want. So literally, by being a sounding board and maybe asking them questions, like just general questions, well, like, why did that happen? Or like, like, how do you feel about that? Or just general guiding directions, they will literally guide themselves to the answer. All you have to be is supportive and not let your ego get in the way of, oh, I want to fix this. They will fix it themselves if you give them the opportunity. And I got to tell you, better to let them fix it themselves, better to let them guide themselves to that answer than you say, oh, well, I'm going to fix that problem. And, here's Jordan and X, Y, and Z, and Tony Robbins says this, and Iman said that. And, here are 7 things that I think you should do to fix your problem. Okay, here's the problem with that. You're liable, and your friendship or your relationship could be on the line if they take your advice and it doesn't work out. Okay, like, there's a huge liability on that. And not only that, but like, they might not ever want your help ever again. So 90% of the time, they'll guide themselves to the answer. And all I can tell you is let them do it. Just be supportive. Just be supportive. Ask the right questions. Keep your ego, keep your opinion and your beliefs to yourself, and they will guide themselves to the answer. All you have to do is to be supportive. And I will say one more thing, especially when it comes to, even if you do all of this, Even if you do all of this, you're still going to lose people along the way. There's going to be really close friends that are just going to become acquaintances, or there's going to be friends that turn into just for now. There's friends that I have. I'm so very very grateful. I have a beautiful life, and I have friends that I can see myself eating, like drinking like iced tea, like on a rocking chair, talking about like these crazy adventures that we went on. I believe in quality over quantity, and so in relationships and in life in general, to be honest with you. So that all to be said, I have some beautiful friends that 80, 60 years from now, 50 years from now, I can see me still talking with them, still catching up, talking about the adventures of life. However, there have also been friends that are just for now. They're beautiful, they're wonderful, they have helped guide me on my way, and hopefully you have them too in your life and they'll guide you on yours, but they're just for now. So respect them, honor them, learn something from them. But one of the core things about all the beginning videos that I did and finding out who you authentically are, taking care of the pillars of your life, building yourself up from the inside out, creating the person that you want to be, not that others want you to be, from social pressures to family pressures. All of this is tying into the fact that you should be yourself. That you should be yourself. And don't be afraid to know when to walk away. That when that friend goes, don't be desperate. Don't be desperate for their love and affection. Don't be desperate. Even if it's the last friend that you ever knew and you're going to be all alone, don't be so desperate that you cling on to someone who doesn't want to be a part of your life. Let them go. Say thank you, even if it's just in your mind, and let them go. Because other bigger, better relationships, friendships, boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, they're coming. And sometimes life has to clear the way from the old stuff in order to make new for the new stuff. So take what you can from that. I'm hoping that this tip about asking, do you want me to fix it or do you just want to talk about it, will really help. I wish I would have gotten that. I wish there was an entrepreneur that would have told me that a little bit earlier on. It maybe I don't want to say that it would have saved some relationships of mine, but it definitely would have been beneficial. Definitely would have made life a little bit easier, to be honest. So I'm hoping that this is a gift from me to you, that you don't have to go through this, which is the whole point of all this. If you find this useful and if you're interested in more videos like this, please go ahead and click on the like button and the subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. And please remember, don't forget to elevate your life, okay? See you guys.